Do you wish there was a roadmap to better results? Give these winning scripts a try to improve your confidence during the buyer presentation. Thanks for joining me again for RE/MAX Charge Up. Over the next few minutes, we're going to power up your buyer presentation. So let's get started. Those of us who tend to procrastinate are all too aware that getting started can sometimes be the hardest part. However, when it comes to beginning your buyer presentation, you don't have to worry. Having a meeting outline and ready-to-go scripts will help you get off to a great start. The first step is the easiest. Be professional, polite, and respectful when you welcome buyers into your office or when you begin the meeting in a virtual setting. Remember, your goal is to try to build rapport and gain your potential buyer customers' trust, and first impressions are everything. Take a few minutes at the beginning of the meeting to make sure you have the buyer's contact information, and then review the topics you're going to cover. We broke that down in the last session, so rewatch that video for the full list of meeting topics. In this video, we're going to go step by step through the first two topics, explaining the role of a buyer agent and going through the buyer-specific search criteria. Try using the following script to get the conversation going. Since buying a home is a large financial investment, I have a premier process I use with all of my buyer customers that ensures they find the right home. First, I would like to make sure I have all of your contact information, and then walk you through the steps involved in purchasing a home and how we do showings. But before we hop into the car and start checking out available properties, I would like us to define your specific search criteria and make sure the homes we consider are within your price range, and discuss the roles and expectations necessary for a successful working relationship. How does that sound? Great, so let's get started. From here, review the buyer qualifying questions and contact sheet with your buyers and fill in any missing information you didn't manage to get over the phone. Next, transition to the role of a buyer agent and the value you can provide. And if you need visual support during this part of the presentation, you can use your informed buyer's guide. Try out this script. Great! Now that I have all of the correct contact information, I want to briefly explain the process I use when I work with my premier buyer clients. Remember that your buyers might not have heard of the concept of a buyer agent before. So take the time to explain the role of a buyer agent and show all the ways you support buyers. It's critical to review this before moving on to their search criteria. You can demonstrate the power of a buyer agent by breaking down the different areas where your service is valuable, such as in the property search phase. Try using this script. As I've already mentioned, first we will be discussing your detailed search criteria. Then I can begin my home matching service to determine homes that fit your specific criteria. Not only do I have access to X and Y, the major listing portals in our area, I also have access to over XX number of listings in our internal system. As a local area expert, I know when new listings are coming on the market, so you will be the first to hear about new listings that match your criteria, even before they go live online. Then you can demonstrate how important it is to have a buyer agent when it comes to property viewings. Try out this script. Once I've had a chance to preview the listings that match your criteria, I will arrange a property showing trip, where we will visit a handful of properties that are top contenders. I will be able to point out any hidden advantages or disadvantages about the properties as we go, and help you determine a competitive first offer once we find a property you're excited about. I will help you during the negotiation process, representing your best interests, and will eventually guide you through the closing of the sale. Finally, don't forget how emotional buying a home can be for customers, so emphasize the heart in your work with a power phrase like this. Buying a home is a big investment and a big decision. That's one of the reasons why I like working with buyers so much. I get the chance to be a part of this big step in their lives. Now you can turn it over to the customers. Hand your buyers the search criteria sheet from your buyer presentation folder to fill out on their own. Offer to refresh their drinks while they take a look and fill it out. Giving them space to do this on their own will make them feel more comfortable to be honest and reflective on their search criteria. Once they fill it out, review the sheet together, asking additional follow-up questions so you get a deeper understanding of their criteria. Discuss the features or criteria which are must-haves and which ones they might be a little more flexible on. By doing this exercise with your buyers, you have the opportunity to learn more about their motivation for moving and expectations for what they can afford. If their expectations are unrealistic, you can help them adjust their criteria so they will have more matching properties to choose from. The best way to learn anything is by doing, so start practicing the scripts in this video and try role-playing with a colleague. Be sure to check out the next Charge Up video to learn how to qualify buyers during the buyer presentation.